Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. All right, I got to ask you at the college level.
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The Browns at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And down to the 36-yard line here. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 3-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And more than that, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the 22, Herbert. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Don't rookie, you might miss Calvin Austin, one of the fastest and shiftiest players from the 2022 NFL Draft. A dynamic guy in the slot. When he makes a catch, you better get him on the ground in a hurry. Otherwise, he'll burn you in open space. Pair that with his 4.3 speed, and he's nothing but a big play waiting to happen. A little bit of that on display right there.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Going an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quez Watkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Here's Chandler. Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now it's Herbert. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. And the defense. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Now Chandler. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. They run it with Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission. And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down now, it's Chandler. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, Justin Herbert.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Give to Pierce. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 39, Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They'll run here with Pierce.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Pats at the line ready to go.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
First down, Patriots.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now here in Cleveland. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Again, that's Watkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Wilson. Gets this to Ertz. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
This will be a 34-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air,
3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to air one out for Anderson. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it's just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They go play action now. Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Herbert goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
94 yards. That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Here we go.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Come on, set.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout.